Mic check, mic check. Hello. Hi, I'm Dobby, but you can call me Dobbs. This is the 58th book of my 100 Books in 2018 challenge. Today I'm reviewing The Raft by S.A. Bodine. So this book was a recommended book. It was by Jaden Ramirez, and they wrote 10 different books for me to review, but they said that I could choose the ones that I want to read, and one of them I already read, Restart, and this one was the one I chose. And I'm probably, if I don't have anything to read, I'm probably going to do one or two more of those books. So thank you so much for the recommendation. And if you guys have any books that you want me to read and review, then please comment them down below. So, The Raft is about a girl named Robbie. And she was on a plane, but no one knew that she was on the plane. She wasn't recorded in the paperwork, so no one knew she was on the plane. No one knew that she had survived the plane crash, and no one knew to come save her. So she's with Max, the only other survivor, and they are on a raft in the water. And all they have is the raft that they're on, a little bag of survival materials that was in the plane, and a bag of Skittles. And they have to use everything they can to survive. So The Raft was an amazing book. It was thrilling, it had action, it was believable. Robbie and Max were great characters. Robbie was brave. She did make some bad decisions sometimes, but she always tried to make up for it. Max, he's a little bit unknown, but he was really strong and also brave, and they were a good team. So also in this book, there are all sorts of secrets and events that happen that you just have to keep reading to find out. And you just the book just makes you want to keep reading and reading on to see if they survive or not. So these chapters were really short, but that doesn't really matter because this book is, hold on, I just need to see how many pages it is. 225 pages. So if the chapters were longer, but it was still 225 pages, it would still be the same amount that you're reading. I actually kind of liked it how it was shorter chapters because it stopped at a good time. Usually when you're reading, sometimes I'm okay, I just stop at a chapter, but this had so many chapters and it was so short, I can't stop at one chapter. I have to keep going on to the next one because it stops so cliffhanger-ly. Also, this book was a different type of survival than My Side of the Mountain or Brian's Winter or Hatchet or The River. Well, the closest one is The River because they're both on oceans. Both in the water, but this one was different because this was all flat out ocean in the middle of nowhere. And while those other books were in the forest, or they're just trying to get through a river, get through a river, get through a river to get to a safe area, which is the river. And yeah, so it's a different type of survival, so it was new to me. And I liked experiencing different types of survival books. And also another different book is Hunger Games. Hunger Games is a different type of survival, but that's not my book. I'm getting off topic. And also, if you haven't checked those books out, please go check them out. I have book reviews on them. So that will be the end of my book review. If you like this video, please like this video. And while you're down there, please subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is the 58th. Then please comment them down. Comment them down below. But no one knew that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.